What follows is read from a folded letter found outside of Blaze Reeson's magic shop. The corners of the letter are burnt from blue flame, but the writing is clear and addressed to the shop's owner, Blaze. Dearest Blaze, it's Deli! Smiley face. I know it's been a few days since I last visited. I hope you know that I'll always look forward to our chats and seeing how your magic studies have progressed. You're definitely the quickest learner I know to go from being a bodyguard to a mystical wizard. Father once said that he wished you had taken that route before you retired, so he could show off how magically talented one of his employees are. Saying that back, I realize it's not as complimentary as I first thought. Frowny face. Sorry. Okay, I've already gotten off track. Let's try this again. I'm writing you because I don't think I'll be back soon. If I'm honest, I'm not even sure how I'm going to get this letter to you because I don't think I'm in Nickamoy anymore. You always told me that adventuring could get me into trouble or really change my life. Well, you were right. And speaking of your timeless wisdom, Blaze, are shiny blue portals supposed to tingle when you walk into them? Okay, I can be mature enough to admit that I found a blue portal in the woods and I walked into it. I don't know how long I was in it. I blacked out, but when I woke up, I was here. Wherever here is. Other than a forest. I ducked into the city. It's not too far from the portal. They call it New Inthera? Don't worry, I'm not hurt, and I think I found a fire-breathing kitten's guild hall, so I'll be okay. But the portal's definitely gotten smaller since I arrived. It may disappear completely. I might be able to fit right now and go back, but honestly, Blaze, I think I'm going to stay. I hope that's being brave and not stupid. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. Oh, the portal! That's what I'll do! Okay, I'm going to stop writing. I'm going to send this letter back the way I came, and hopefully it gets to you. Please tell everyone that I'm okay, and when I get back, I'll visit. I promise. Lots of love. Adventure, Alistair, Deli, Kincaid.
So, somewhere out there is a letter that has found itself upon the front steps of a cozy little home to a family of jackalopes. In that letter, which is addressed from Tracy Cavorte, it says the following. Hey there. Ma, Pa. It's Tracy. No, I haven't really been writing to y'all. And I'm sorry about that, really. I haven't been that great a son to y'all. I'm kind of hoping that I can turn things around pretty soon. I never told y'all, or really anyone, actually, now that I'm considering it. But I joined the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild. And, I didn't really expect much to come from it. But it felt good. Helping people. At least when I was ending up helping people. But, yeah, it felt good, and, I don't know. At some point, it just made more sense to me to keep doing that. You know, I got into a little bit of trouble here and there while I was still over there, but ultimately, I think I want to keep doing this. So I kind of got into contact with one of the detectives that I encountered through no indirect means, by any means. Her name is Capri Dieta. Pretty good detective, usually. But I asked for her advice on how I could maybe help. I didn't agree to necessarily confess to previous crimes, but I would definitely provide happenstance knowledge to maybe resolving some fallout. And, well, she agreed, so, I guess I'm a cop now. Well, yeah, not really. But I certainly got a laugh at it, claiming I was one. I don't think Capri liked it, though. So, anyway, yeah, I'm helping out the cops from time to time. Doing what I can anyway. Turns out being pretty shifty and, booking it from the cops all the time makes you pretty good at booking it after actual criminals, too. I'm not sure exactly what's going on over at home right now, and that's my own fault. I know. But, yeah, I hoping that sometime, hopefully soon, maybe, I can see you all again. Maybe visit, I don't know. I guess it's up to you. I don't even know how you guys feel about me right now. But at the very least, I'm hopeful now. I hope all my siblings are doing well. At the very least, even if you didn't want to hear from me again, I hope that maybe, this letter reaching you would at least tell you that I haven't completely given up yet. I'm trying. And it looks like trying is actually starting to do something. So, yeah. Love you, Ma. Love you, Ma. I'll, let you get back to whatever you're doing. But write back to me if you can. If you want. Love, Tracy Cavorte.
Snap. It's not even a loud sound. Nusi doesn't hear it inside the building where she's cleaning glasses. Hours pass. The late night shift winds down to a close, the last patron departing, the sticky bar surface now drying after a wipe with a wet rag. Nusi, the bartender, combines trash cans into one large, black, hefty bag, thick enough to hold all the individual trashes. The front door locked, no one else in the bar. She leans on the employee swing door with access to the back alley, carrying trash. A small thought reminds her to check the snap trap, too. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Nusi had tried deterrence. She'd been pouring every potion people didn't finish the last of outside this employee door for weeks. The stone between the building and the dumpster was noticeably discolored. Purple, yellow, orange, blue, red. But the deterrent hadn't stopped the ground nibbler, that little varmint. Nusi glanced at it, trash bag in hand, and could see new bites taken out of the building foundation even now. Come on, varmint, get in the trap already. Oh, where has my little dog gone? Oh, where can it be? Nusi sets the trash bag down for a second. She bends down, her hair obscuring her view for a second until she wipes her hand, slightly sticky, off on her apron, which is about to get washed, and pushes the hair behind her ear. Now she can see the snap trap, set in the narrow gap between dumpster and building wall. An alley within an alley, walked by the ground nibbler, surely, she had thought. Oh, look, it's caught something. Some creature must have taken the bait.
A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm, and we'll all hang on behind.
But that's not the brown rough spikes of a ground nibbler. Nusi pulls the chain to drag the snap trap and its contents closer to look at it. White fur. A massive rat tail. What is that? Nusi's hardly even thought about this creature, although she knows it exists. But who knew there were possums back here in this alley? She looks down at it, unsure. She hadn't meant to catch a possum. They don't eat building foundations. They don't hurt anything. She looks at its small, dead body in the snap trap, about cat-sized. Oh no, what if she had caught a cat? Distressed, she lifts the chain and the snap trap, dead possum and all, into the air. Nusi pulls the thick black trash bag closer, deposits the snap trap and the possum inside, and ties the top securely. All that's left is a slightly fuller trash bag. She looks at the dumpster with its potion-discolored ground around it, the failed deterrent. Nusi flops open the big dumpster lid. Inside, the potions did not mingle and combine and react in weird ways to open a pocket dimension of a strange forest and plants that grant sentience. The dumpster just has trash, some newspapers, but mostly restaurant waste. There is a discarded ukulele. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, what's done is done. Who knows what could have been in another time, another place, another reality. Nusi imagines a world where the possum and the ukulele are united, going on adventures together, making friends, the small ukulele just about big enough to be played by tiny paws.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the friends you love and hold them tight. So happy together.
But that's just a story. Nusi pauses, dumpster lid propped open, hefty trash bag on the ground. The kill trap has snapped. There's no taking it back. She lifts Hefty and puts it in the dumpster. The bag and its contents become indistinguishable among other large black bags. She closes the lid to the dumpster. It's not a big deal. It was just a possum. They only live a year or two anyway, Nusi thinks. She consoles herself that at least it wasn't a good animal, like a cat or a small dog. As she heads back inside and the door closes behind her, Nusi thinks about box-style traps, the kind that let you see what you've captured. You can let the animal go if it's not what you were targeting. She steps inside the building and decides to buy a box trap. The scene pans out on the possum, the dumpster, the alley. Just a normal end to a normal day. Nothing unusual here.
Ah, enchanté, mes amis. I am so glad you have come to visit me at my farm. I was a little unsure if you would have, taken me up on it, considering my sudden retirement from the fire-breathing kittens. From what I understand, it came as a bit of a surprise to many. But I am so glad you are here. But I must be honest with you. I feel like I did not explain my departure so well I was so excited to return to Albion. But I feel like I owe you an explanation at least. Look around the forest. It is beautiful, is it not? Considering the whole reason I joined the guild in the first place was to solve the mystery of the dying forest. It is back to life. And considering that is the case, I consider my task complete. And I can focus my time again and attention on the care of my farm. It was such a shock to realize that it was Joai that was responsible for my grandfather's sickness and apparent death. Of course, my grandpère is a hard man to keep down, huh? When I confronted Joai during the Nikamoy fighting tournament and I reached for the glowstone that powered his mech suit, for an instant, a flash, I saw its connection to my grandpère. And then I saw that its power turned on me. I was for sure a goner. But thankfully, Grum came to my rescue and released me from his power. After the tournament, I rushed back to Albion to exhume the grave of my grandfather, because I know he was still alive after all these years. When I arrived, I see his coffin had made his way up, seemingly by itself, through the earth, and was empty. I was shocked, amazed, and just a little bit hopeful. At that moment, I hear the voice of my grandfather, strong and clear for the first time in a long time, from behind me. He say, "Norbert, I had the most dreadful sleep, but I know it was you that returned my peace to me." I turned with perhaps the biggest smile on my face that my face could accommodate, you know? I embrace him. We talk over coffee, and I tell him the adventures that I have with the fire-breathing kittens. I talk about outer space. I talk about when I was a child. I even talk about when I get to see him in the past. And he told me that it was Johai that cursed him and drained his life force in the glowstone. He did not know how. But when I tell him the story of the Fight Club, he puts everything together. And then when he apparently died, he was actually being sustained by the forest itself. That is why the forest was dying. It was giving everything it had to him to keep him alive for decades. The forest, he loved my grandpère because he takes such good care of it. I tell him also of of Michelle Breton and her family. I talk probably a little too fast and a little too enthusiastic. He smiles as I speak and describe her and our reunion. We share many stories. For weeks, we talk about what is happening, what is to be done. And I'm so happy. So now, it is time for me to take care of the farm, to take care of the people in my life that I love, my grandpère, and hopefully, if she let me, Michelle, maybe you could say good things about me to her. That would be no. I take care of this myself. No, it is not your responsibility. I must be a man. It is okay. But for you travel all this way. You are here. Would you perhaps, I don't know, like a tour of the farm? We grow the finest mushrooms in all of Albion. It would be a pity if you were not hosted properly, huh? So let's see. If you walk this way, on the right, you see the chaga mushroom. It has a bit of a sour taste for me, but what is very good about it is it helps to fight pathogens in your body. It lowers inflammation, and it just gives you a boost when you're sick.